Hello. How are you doing today? Where are we? We are Monday, obviously Monday, because that's why I'm here, right? We're already halfway through this month. Now, this month is usually like a really long month. I think I can speak for most of us. I feel like this is always a very long month, but it's going pretty fast. So lots of stuff going on. But I am actually going to share this. Am I? I don't know. I'm going to try to. Here we go. Share it to Facebook. There we go. And now my thing here is like trying to type words for me. Share, share, share. All right. I wish it didn't like totally blank everybody out though when I shared it. Like it goes totally black and that's like stressful because it's like, who knows if I'm coming back. I can try. Anyway, let's get to it. So today I am using the Fountain Tarot. This one just kind of hopped off the shelf for me, so that's what we're going to use. We're going to use the Fountain Tarot, and it's all sparkly. Good morning. Hello. I'm trying to wave to you, and it's not cooperating with me. Moving my book out of the way. So, nope. All right. Let's get this all situated. I don't know why I have half the cards face up and half the cards face down. Like, what was I doing? What was I doing with this deck? I don't know. I must have been using it for something that I had them. I'm like looking at it, like what's happening right now. So also what I wanted to do was, besides throw cards around, use my Not So Bowie advent calendar toys. I guess they are toys. They were not supposed to be toys, but they are. And I decided I'm going to use those today instead of oracle cards. And we're going to try this out because you know I love using you guys as my guinea pigs. So here we are. And I just keep throwing chunks of like cards everywhere for some reason. Okay. It's all good. It's all good. So, but I have to show you. I have them in the best container ever. Look at it. It's my Labyrinth lunchbox. See, this is what we're doing today. It's happening. All of them are in here. So we're going to use these. Yes, Not So Bowie Oracle. So we're going to use these as divination tools because you can use pretty much anything. So let me show you. See? They're all in there. I have to assign each of these guys a job though, because I have a lot of those. We'll see. But that's what we're going to do. That's how it's going to go today. We're going to do it. So, and can I just say, look how pretty the edging is on that. I'm a sucker for edging. I really am. I mean, for the most part, I don't know. I think it depends on the thickness of the cards on whether it chips or not. Because I find that on the thicker cards, it chips a lot quicker than on the thinner cards, which makes sense if you really want to get like scientific about it. But like these are pretty good. These are not bad at all. But there is, I woke up with a stiff neck and I keep going to turn and it's like, a deck I recently used, the cards were a little bit thicker and it was the first time I used it and they did chip a little bit. So I really think that makes a big difference. And I mean, these cards aren't like super thin, but they're not super thick either. So look at what's going on here. What is this? I have this, look, I have this one piece of hair sticking straight up. Go back in there. So that is just really like for my own observating for my own deck, because I really want to do the edges, but I think it all comes down to the thickness of the card. And I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to have to like pull out all of my decks that have edging and just really look at them and see. And throw cards around. I know, these cards are really jumpy today. All right, so let's get going, shall we? And if you join us on the replay, make sure to put replay so I can say hello. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it definitely depends on the coating as well. And these are definitely, I think these are more of like a, I don't want to say linen, but they're not glossy. I think the glossy makes it, I don't know, I just don't like glossy cards. I'm not a fan of glossy. I mean, they look nice a lot of times, but especially when you're doing a lot of online stuff, like the glare is just not worth it. Like even when I'm doing reviews on decks and I'm holding them up, and if they're super glossy, the glare is just not okay. But I did notice that, and I wonder if the color makes a difference, actually. I'm curious about that now. Because it seems like the silver ones seem to be not as bad. I'm just looking. Now, see, now you got me all, I'm all hung up on this. This is my mission of the day here. I'm looking at these to see. Yeah, they're not. They don't seem to be too, yeah, they don't seem to be chipped. This is it. I'm going to have to go investigating now. Very curious. But anywho, let's read some cards, shall we? Oh, what do we have this week? Oh, yes. So we have Maggie Wilson tomorrow, and that's at 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern. And she is the creator of the Metaphysical Cannabis Oracle, which unfortunately I don't have. I'm hoping maybe she'll have a copy. I'm going to talk to her later, and I'm going to see if she does. It is published by Liminal 11. So it's that wonderful artwork, you know, that Liminal 11 is known for. Oh, I have that artist's name too, and I don't have it here. I have like 2 Liminal 11 decks, but not the ones that I need. I have Mystical Medley sitting here, and the sickle and the seed and sickle one. That one. Because I have to do reviews on them still. But I'm excited to chat with her. Yeah, I'm really excited. She seems like a super interesting person, and she, what did I read? Like she has something to do with like Willie Nelson. I don't know, because she has this like cannabis boutique, I guess, in California somewhere, and I think he must be one of her customers or something like that. I'm going to have to ask her if she's met Snoop Dogg. Because you know that he actually, this is really random information. He has somebody, a hired cannabis person, who acquires it for him and who rolls it all for him. Like, this person gets paid a lot of money, goes around with him, gets him set up for the day. Like, could you imagine? What is your job? Oh, me? Oh, I just, you know, I roll joints for, you know, Snoop Dogg. That's what I do for my job. Yeah, no, she definitely awesome. But I don't know. I read that about that person, and I have to say I'm impressed. I'm impressed. So they must have very good skills, I guess. I know. Like, they travel around with him. They're with him all the time. They acquire it and they get it all situated. Like, he must have a whole room. He probably has like a whole room set up, like with a station and everything. This is what I'm imagining in my head. Could you imagine? And this person gets up in the morning and like, oh, Snoop's going on in his jet today. He's going here and there. He goes with him. Just imagine, and just like Snoop just must have to like stick out his hand, and there it is in his hand, ready to go. I don't know, that guy, he's a marketing genius. That's what I've decided about Snoop Dogg. I'm very impressed with him. Like, he's got some good marketing people. Or some very good quality stuff. I don't know. Maybe a little bit of both. It's very interesting, though. Very interesting. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's get off that subject. We'll talk about it all tomorrow. So if you want to join us, tomorrow's the day. And also we have the full moon. Today's a full moon. The moon is in Leo today. So it's time to get stuff done. Go big, right? And the full moon is on Friday. So we have that going on. Oh, a lot of energy is going on this week. All right. So Aries, let's see what we got for you. The Page of Wands. It's like a little girl here. So Page of Wands, Aries. I feel like we always get like these types of cards for Aries. Like, I feel like it always happens. So Aries, you know what? Maybe you had something that you've been meaning to do. Maybe it's all about attacking your to-do list this week, Aries. That's what I feel like it is. That's what's popping out. That's what's popping out for me. Hey, Pamela. So let's see, Aries, get your to-do list situated and moving. Let's consult our not-so-Bowie Oracle. So if you're joining me just now or you're looking at the replay, I ordered an advent calendar and it was supposed to have all Bowie figures in it, David Bowie, because I am obsessed with David Bowie. And when I'm like, okay, I'm going to do it, post it for everyone to see all these wonderful Bowie things, right? Let me tell you, this girl got no Bowie anything out of this thing. It was all random, just toys of random things and some doubles, as you can see. So we're turning them into an oracle and we're using them. So as you can hear, this isn't like the charms, like I need two hands for this. All right, Aries, let's see what you got. Superman. All right, so that is perfect for like a Page of Wands. It's a Wands energy, right? Get stuff going, get the to-do list going. Yes, the saga is still going on, Pamela. Like, we're taking it. We're writing it out. Now it's an oracle. This whole situation. It's when I have to do something with it. And I have it in my David Bowie Labyrinth lunchbox. We're going with it. So we have our Page of Wands and we have our Superman. So this week is about getting that stuff done and knowing that, you don't really need a cape to get it done. You know what you have to do and you know that you could do it. So now it's just time to kind of step into that energy. Go for it. All right. So then next we have our Taurus. Shuffle. All right, let's see what we get. The Fool. Ooh, I love that. All right, Taurus, it's the Fool for you this week. And I think for you, it's about trusting the universe, like putting trust out there, listening to your intuition and just going for it. Like, come on, Taurus, it's time. It's time to kind of move yourself out of your nice, comfy spot and really go for something. Dive in. Something new, something different. Let's see what we get. Iron Man. Woo! So, and I love that, right? Because in Iron Man, like, he really didn't know what was going on. He was like, all right, this is what's happening. But he created this whole outfit and all that and didn't know where it was going to take him, right? But he just went with it. And now look at him. He's like Iron Man. Everybody knows who he is. So I think that's for you, Taurus. And I think too, again, it's that getting up and moving and just, again, that trusting, just trust. Be like Iron Man, trust yourself and trust your intuition. Hello, Bex Tarot. Oh, I'm trying to wave at you. There it goes. It was not cooperating. So that brings us to Gemini. All right, Geminis. What do we got for you today? All right, so Gemini, we have the Five of Wands. Whoa, and it just jumped out of anywhere. A lot of wands happening this week. So Gemini, you know, I think this is really, I'm good. How are you? I'm good, good. I think this is really, Gemini, about kind of your fight with yourself. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like for you, it's all of these thoughts that are popping up that may not be serving you, that may be holding you back or keeping you in that like overthinking space. Because Geminis, we know that you like to be up in your head and you like to really talk about things and think about them and talk about them some more. But I feel like that's holding you back and you're almost like your worst enemy here. So it's time for you to kind of just let things rest. Just put things down, let them be with how they're going to be, and just move on and just keep moving. Hello, Maya. So Gemini, that's what I have for you. So now let's see what you get. So for those who just joined us, we're using my Not So Bowie Oracle toys as our oracle. So let's see what we got. Oh, the reporter lady. What is she from? Oh, nuts. Oh my God, what's her name? I forgot their names. That doesn't help, right? But, you know, this has to do with communication, right? And that's what I was just talking about for Gemini, was communication and really, thank you. Yes. Perfect. Yes. So I think for you, you know, like I said, we had that Five of Wands, but I think it was more for you about being up in your head and kind of arguing with yourself, and that all those things. Yes. We have the Oracle up today. Lois Lane. Yes. But you know, that doesn't even matter though, because I feel like this again is that communication, and like she has the microphone, right, that she can talk into, but then she also has her mouth. So it's that two forms of communication, and Gemini's too. So that's you know, I think that working on your self-talk, and making sure it's positive and making sure that you know that things aren't going to work out sometimes, and that's okay. And you don't have to beat yourself up over it. This is what we're getting for you, Gemini. Get all those things going here. The ones that I don't remember are like the one little kid toys, because like my kids are so way past that. They don't have any of those really anymore. All right. Although I had, my third son was super into Thomas the Train. We have so many of those. I kept them all. Because those things are expensive. Like, I have a lot of money in trains. Like, a lot. All right. So, you got the Fountain for you, Cancers. Now, I want to, I know this is their additional card. So, I just want to see what their meaning of it is. Because, see, I thought they'd put it first, but they didn't. Okay, so the Fountain, let's see. I've been perfect because I've been so hard on myself that Marge's house isn't as ready as I wanted it to be when it was listed for sale. Yeah, see? You can't be so hard on yourself. There you go. Hey, Sacred Sequence Tarot. Ooh, I can't get right. There we go. So the Fountain is about oneness. Cosmic clarity, fully awake. So I like that. So you know what? It's time for you to be woke, Cancers. That's what's up. You know, and it talks about just surrendering and knowing that even, you know, again, even though things aren't how you want them to be, you're still a whole person and you still have so much to offer. So Cancers, I think that's really important message for you. You know, everything may not be exactly how you want it, but that doesn't make you any less of a person or any less of, you know, however you see yourself. So really take that to heart and think about that, and think about maybe ways that maybe you have been projecting that you aren't enough and you need to change that and really work on that. So let's see what we got here. And for those that just joined us, we are using my Not So Bowie Advent Oracle. It's got a big name. So we have Clark today. Here's that. So, you know, that's really kind of fun too, because, you know, he's not what he seems, right? He, you know, he goes and he changes in the photo booth and then he's Superman, right? But he's fine the way he is, even if he's like this. So he's fine both ways. And I think that kind of just talks, you know, speaks to what I was, you know, going with Cancer, is that, you know what, no matter what form you're in right now, you are great and you are awesome and you need to give yourself some credit. There's that. So yeah, that brings us to our Leos. I know we got a lot of Leos hanging around. So, little shuffle. Let's see what we got. Hello, hello. All right, we have the Two of Cups, Leo. So for you, it's focusing on partnerships this week. And again, that can be home, that could be work, that could be just on the internet. Who knows? Whatever pops out for you, that's what it is. So it could be different for everyone. And I really think it's about harnessing your partnerships, harnessing, you know, and your relationships, and just that energy of them. And knowing that sometimes, even though we know we can do it ourselves, that we need that outside, you know, influence. We need that other opinion. And also taking that opinion and really thinking about it, and not just be like, oh yeah, that's nice, and just pushing it aside. Like, take it and actually see what you can get out of it, how you feel about it. And if it's in a way that isn't positive, why? You know, sit with it a minute and try to really discover why, because sometimes it really comes down to an ego thing. So your ego may be getting in the way of your partnerships. So that's something to think about this week. So let's pull the oracle and then I'll get the question. All right. We got our little Jeep here, our military Jeep. So I kind of like, this is interesting for me too, because I feel like, you know, in a military, everybody has to work together, right? You have to work as a unit. So I think this is just kind of speaking to that, as, you know, for you, Leo, is working with others and working as a unit, because you will get more done that way. There's that. So let's see what question we have here. For in-person, right, Callie, for in-person readings, do you read just the cards or just the person, or what's your mix? So when, if I'm understanding what you're saying, when I read for others, when I do in-person readings, I do both. I will read the person, I will read the cards. A lot of times it kind of works together. And a lot of times when I read a person, you know, do a reading for a person, that energy comes out in the cards anyway, a lot of times. But I will pick up little things about them just from being near them or connecting to their energy. So hopefully that answered your question. All right, so let's fix my shirt. Let's go. Let's do this. Where are we, Virgo? All right, Virgos, what's next for you? Or what's this week? So also too, before I pull for that, tomorrow here on IG, we are going to be talking with Maggie Wilson. She is the creator of the Metaphysical Cannabis Oracle, and that's coming out this summer, published by Liminal 11. So we're going to be chatting about that deck and all of the things. She's super interesting. She has a lot. She does a lot. She has her hands all in the cannabis industry, and she has an article in Forbes magazine, all these things. So I'm really excited to talk to her. So that's tomorrow, right here, 11 Pacific, 11 a.m. Pacific and 2 p.m. Eastern. So do that. And also full moon on Friday, folks. There's that too. All right, where was I? Virgo. Did I read Virgo? Thank you, Tara Bro. Whoa, throwing cards. All right, you jumped out at me. Let's do this. We're in Virgo, aren't we? I lost track. See, I got to talking about all these other things and I just totally forgot what I was talking about. All right, so 3 of Swords for you Virgos. There you go. You know, this week, I think it's about releasing, and I think it's about releasing hurt relationships and what, you know, what has been like hanging on you. Like for some reason, I feel like something is just like hanging on you as far as emotion, like weighing you down. And I do feel that you need to just start really releasing some stuff. And we have that full moon coming up on Friday, so perfect time to do some releasing. And here, you know, if it's a relationship, it could be a relationship with yourself, someone else. But it's almost like by releasing it, you're going to take that middle sword out. See, it's got, you know, this is the heart with the 3 swords, you know, typical card there. But I feel like you need to pull that out and that you need to get rid of that so that the situation can either progress or just settle where it needs to. But by you hanging on to these emotions, you're just like kind of stringing it along, and that's not healthy for you. And also realizing when it's time to let it go. There's another hard thing in relationships, right? Sometimes, you know, whether they are family, friend, whatever it is, any type of relationship, it's sometimes hard to like realize like, yeah, or admit that it's time to let it go. It's time to just put it down and walk away from it. So I think that's what you have, Virgos, this week, is that decision to make. So let's grab our oracle here. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh. They got the Riddler, right? He's the Riddler. I think so. Either way, yeah, the Riddler. He's the one, you know, I kind of feel like too that whatever this relationship, whatever it is that you need to put down, it's almost trying to trick you in a way. Like, no, this is fine. Everything's fine. But like deep down, like you have to listen to your intuition. And if your gut is telling you that it's not okay, then it's not okay, because whatever it is, I do feel like on the surface, it's not what it seems. And it's playing, you know, it's trying to play tricks on you. So there we go with that. Next we have Libras. Libras. All right, Libras. Penguin. Oh yeah, penguin. That's what it is. Right. You know, it's like one of those things, like when I pick it up, I look at it and I know, but when I'm doing, like when I'm on camera, I always forget their names. It's just this fun little thing that happens in my brain. So we just go with it. It's fine. Someone will know somewhere. All right, Libras, what we got for you? All right, Libras, we have the 7 of Swords. So for you, I feel that it's time for you to really kind of reset your outlook on things. Sometimes, you know, we put on our rose-colored glasses and everything's great, everything's fine, right? But it's really not. So I think, you know, I feel like that's kind of the running theme here this week. Sometimes it's okay to kind of take a minute to gather your thoughts and take off those rose-colored glasses and just see what the situation is for what it is. And again, that releasing this is the perfect week to do that. And I think Libras, that's really, really important for you. And I do feel like you do have a couple things to release. So you just see them kind of gathering their swords here. And then you have these 2 just kind of sitting here. You don't need that. Whatever that is, whatever those 2 things are, it's time to release them. It's not just you. No. All right. Let's see what we got. It's so loud. The charms are so nice and like tinkly sounding. Oh my gosh, look, we got Rabbit. So Rabbit is, you know, he knows, he uses his head, right? And he doesn't really, you know, I mean, he's a Pooh character, so they all have to kind of rely on their heart, but he's more cerebral. He's more thinking. So I think for you Libras, it has to do with leading with your head and not your heart in this situation. Because if you're leading with your heart, you're not going to be able to put those 2 things down that you don't need anymore. So be analytical about it. Be Rabbit. They're playing nice though. I'm digging this. Like, it's all right. I think think our Not So Bowie Oracle is holding up pretty well here. So that brings us to Scorpios. All right, Scorpios. It's fun. So it's really funny. It made me think of Scorpio. So I know a couple Scorpios, obviously, but I know two people who are Scorpio rising, and I was talking about it to them and trying to describe it to them. And it was very interesting to describe to a Scorpio rising what Scorpio rising, how it presents itself. And and they were both there. So I had two Scorpios that I was like trying to explain this to. And I was like getting a little nervous. Like, I'm like, I've got to make sure I'm near an exit right now because they're probably not going to like what I'm saying. But it's because they're so intuitive and they're so deep feeling. And that they can really kind of get to the heart of the matter of things, that they are just so kind of blunt and open and they really want to know what's happening. So it's for a good reason. But I have to tell you, I was just like, sorry, just the messenger, just the messenger. All right. So Scorpio. I'm like, where were we? Duh. So we got that Seven of Swords again, Scorpio. But I think for you, it's more of what you're putting out there. I think for you, it's your words and how you're using them. And maybe you've been really harsh with a couple people lately, but it's time for you to recognize that, and change it, because however you are being, and I'm going to use that number 2 again. It just keeps popping out for me. So whoever those two people are that maybe you're being a little too harsh with, or you haven't really been considering their feelings, I think it's time for you to take a step back and do that. It's time to just really be mindful of your words, how they're coming out, the tone, all those things. All right, Scorpio. And I mean it in the most loving way possible. The most. Promise. Okay. So we have Catwoman. Interesting, yes. So I it's funny because I feel like the word stealthy just popped in my head, right? So I think too, it's like you can be stealthy about it. You don't have to be just like, oh, I haven't been nice to you. You could just change it, and you don't have to really make it a big deal. And maybe it's just something that you're going to recognize, but you need to do it for you. So I think that's an interesting twist on it there, Scorpio. I think so. I think it's very interesting. All right. Hello. Let me see if I can do the wave thing. You know what? Oh, it did work. You know what? My hands are cold, so I think that's why sometimes it doesn't work. My hands are always cold. All right. Then where are we going now here? Sagittarius. All right, Sagittarius. What do we got for you? I'm very sloppily shuffling right now. I'm not sure why. Okay. Hello. All right, so we're on Sagittarius. So, my gosh, guys, Seven of Swords again for you. Did I just pull this 3 times in a row? You saw me shuffle. Okay. So, Sagittarius, for you, I think this has to do with action. And I feel that this is almost like a bad habit in a way. Like, I feel like you need to kind of check yourself before you wreck yourself. So there you go. Hi, Jamie. So I think that's really what it is for you, Sagittarius, this week. You are taking actions that aren't serving you and aren't good for you. And I think it's really time for you to kind of check yourself. So that's what we're getting for sure. So now to our Not So Bowie Oracle. Is it really loud? I feel like it's so loud. Come on, I keep dropping everything. Oh my God, Pooh. There you go. So, that's really cute though, with doing that about taking action, like Pooh, if he doesn't feel like doing something, he just doesn't do it. So I think that's what we have to do, Sagittarius. Take advice from Pooh Bear today and really think about, maybe there are some things you shouldn't be doing. So maybe you need to think about that and maybe don't do anything, right? Like when Pooh doesn't feel like doing anything, he just sits down by his tree and eats his honey. So, something to think about, Sagittarius. Are there some things that you need to just not do? That's interesting. I feel like I have to think on that one too a little bit. See, Pooh has all sorts of things to say. So, now if I get that card again, I don't even know. I give up. I'm just done for the day. That's it. So Capricorn, what are you going to get? And let it not be the Seven of Swords again. How many ways can we spin the Seven of Swords? That's my challenge for the day. But it's interesting though, right? Like, because, you know, sometimes you pull these cards and one time it means this, but the next time you pull it, it means that, because it all has to do with the energy and what's going on. And that's what makes it so much fun. All right, so we didn't get it. We got the Queen of Swords this time. Yay. So Capricorn, you know, you are one to be organized. You can organize others. You can kind of get everything going, right? Like, you are the head honcho of most things. But Capricorn, this week, it's all about how you are delivering these messages. So make sure that you are doing it in a kind, compassionate way. Because there may be people there, like, you never know what other people are going through. You never know how they're feeling. So if people are coming up to you and maybe they're not really presenting themselves in the best way either, maybe you can just send some kind words their way and that can really change them. You know, and it really makes, you know what it makes me think of? There was a post and a photographer did, and there was probably 5 or 6 people. Yes, I will definitely pull you a card. There was a photographer took a picture of probably like 5 or 6 people. Now, I don't know. It was a big grid, maybe more like 10 people. But he took a picture of them, and then he took a picture after he told them they were beautiful. And this was for like men, women, whatever. And that picture, they all just had the cutest faces or smiling faces. And that's all it takes, Capricorn. It's just one little thing to say to somebody else to make them feel better. So I feel like that's kind of your mission this week. Go out, Capricorn, say nice things to people, make them feel better. So let me pull the Oracle and then we'll get Nicole's card. All right. Oh, we got the piano. And I don't know where this piano, what it goes to, where it's from. To me, it kind of seems like it'd be Lady Gaga's piano. So that's kind of where I'm going with it, because it's kind of like a heart. No, it's not. I'm lying. I thought it was. Well, it's kind of sideways one, a left side heart. So, you know, I think this is fun. Maybe it's through music. Maybe you can share a song with somebody and make them feel better. So that's something. How can you use music to make people feel better, Capricorn? That's what we're getting. That was loud. Jeez. All right, so let's draw a card for Nicole. I'm sorry you had a rough morning. I'm sending sparkles your way. All right. All right, Nicole, let's see what we got here. Hello, hello. Yes. Wait, let me show real quick. And I have it in my, Jamie, look, I have it in my Labyrinth lunchbox. Oh, we're going all out today. All right, let's see what we get here for Nicole. Nicole, we got Judgment. I think that's really interesting. And I feel like, yes, all the sparkles for you today, dear. So we got the Judgment card, and I think that's really interesting. And I feel that it's more about you are feeling judged, but you need to realize that it's going to happen no matter what. And you need to just learn to let it go and not let it like penetrate your aura. You know what I mean? Right? Isn't it great? I had to use it for something. And then there it was. It just all fell into place, you know? So yeah, so, oh, that's interesting. Yes, that's super interesting, Nicole. Yeah. You know, and I feel that you are definitely feeling, yeah, that's funny. Yeah. I mean, it's not funny, like, haha, funny, but it's funny that it's like, serendipitous. Let's put it that way. But yeah, and I do feel that, you know, especially when we are in those like legal situations, it's harsh. You know what I mean? Like but it's harsh, and because it's such a sensitive subject, it penetrates, you know, so easy. But you need to just like let that go, because you know what? It's going to happen no matter what. Whoever's going to judge you, whatever, it's going to happen. But you can't let it like get in the way of everything that's going on. You know what I mean? Like, you just need to like, okay, yeah, great, fine, let it go. So I think some grounding would be really, really great for you. And if you can't get outside, just go run your hands under some cool water, mindfully, you know, just thinking about letting go, just thinking about releasing as you're letting your hands run under the water. And I think that will definitely help you. If you have any dark crystals, that would be really helpful for you too. But I do feel like that you really do need just some grounding, and you'll feel a lot better. And I'm here if you need to talk. So that's what I got for you. All right, let's move on. No problem. I got you. All right, where were we? Oh, Aquarius. All right, Aquarius. Aquarians, what do we have for our Aquarian friends? We got the Fool again. This is really interesting. Yeah, obsidian's perfect. Any dark crystal that you have is perfect for grounding. Anyone that catches your eye, really, that's the one to use. For sure, definitely. So, and you know what you could do too, actually, before I go on with this card. If you have a water bottle or something like that, just set it next to the water bottle or on top of it. And then you can kind of infuse your water with it as well. And then that's kind of like an extra way to ground. And then it's all in your water. And it doesn't need to be in the water, but it definitely, you know, just put it right on top or next to it. Kind of like for this, I saw this amethyst. And I'll just kind of set it on top just like that. And then that will infuse it, because it doesn't need to be touching it. It's more just about the energy. So something to try. So now I gotta take a drink. So yeah. All right, let's get going here. Where were we? Aquarius, the Fool. Aquarius, like, I feel that this week for you, it's really about, you're like coming to ends of situations, like an end of a situation. And I feel that, you know, it's time to start looking ahead. What's next for you, Aquarius? What do you want to do? What do you want to bring into your life? What are you ready to trust? Are you ready to trust the universe to guide you into your next venture? So Aquarius, I think letting go on this full moon coming up, and also looking towards the future and trusting. That's what we got for you. So let's see what divination we use for you. Oh, we got Pooh Bear again. So I think for you, I think, you know, it's all about, again, it's that trust, and then just going for it, because, you know, Pooh never worries really about anything, right? Like, he kind of is, you know, except when his honey pot is getting low, then he worries a little bit, but he has trust in the universe, and he trusts that everything's going to work out the way it's supposed to, and that he'll always get more honey. So I think, Aquarius, that's what you have to do. It's just trust. I like when I get Pooh Bear. Very interesting. And there's actually a couple of different Pooh Bears in there, so. All right, let's see. And last but not least, we have our Pisces. Now, if you'd like me to draw a card for you, you can go ahead and put it in the comments. You can put it in caps if you want. And then also, if you're on your phone, the little question mark bubble, you can put it in there too. Because we are getting to the end here. Let's see. All right, Pisces. What's up for you? The Emperor. Ooh, I like that. Look at it. It's kind of cool. Look how it makes the cubes sparkly. That's pretty cool. So for you, Pisces, it's all about stepping into your power. You know, you have all the tools you need. You know what you need to do. You know how to do it. Now you need to just step into it. you know, and really keep going and keep, you know, just having that confidence and not being afraid to show your confidence either, because I think that happens to a lot of us. Like we know we're good at something, but we don't want to talk about it. Like we don't want to say we're good at it. Pisces, say it. Be proud of it. Know that you are good at what you do and go ahead and do it. All right. So let's see. Oh, thank you, Jeannie. All right. Let's see what we got here. We have this little tiny cute tractor. I'm trying to like get it in my hand. There we go. So I think that's really interesting because it's a tractor, right? And it's construction. And what's construction? Building things, right? So the Emperor, it's like, you know, you need to, Pisces, build your empire. So getting your base secure is really important for you. So I think that's what you need to be doing. I love you too, Jeannie. So yeah, Pisces, that's what I got for you. All right, let's pull a card for Bex Tarot. Bex Tarot. All right. I don't know why I'm like just messy shuffling today. It's just what's happening. We're going to go with it. All right, so let's see. Let's see what we got. We have the Five of Cups, Bex Tarot. That's what we're getting for you. So I feel like, let me put that thing down. Look at that card. Actually, I really like this card for some reason. There's something about it. And it almost looks like, so the water is dripping down and it kind of almost looks like this is like a chandelier or something. I think that's really interesting. So Bex, I think for you, I do feel that maybe there's just some emotions that are just hanging around you that aren't helpful, aren't serving you. Maybe it's some doubt, maybe it's some limiting beliefs or something like that. And I think it's time for you to really give them some attention, sit with them and let them go with this full moon. I think that's really about, you know, what it is for you is just releasing those things that aren't helping you move forward, right? Because we always want to keep moving forward. I mean, sometimes we want to, you know, hang out in the present. That's a good place to be. But we don't want to be stuck anywhere. We want to keep that energy moving. So I feel like for you, there may be some things kind of holding you back or holding you down. And that might, and energy wise. So I think moving too, I think you should dance. Bex, I think it's time to dance. I think you need to just move your energy and move things around. That's what I really feel like for you. So try it out. See how it feels. I feel like there's just some stagnant energy. And again, the grounding is always great. A nice Epsom salt bath, releasing on the moon. What else could you do? You can burn some incense. You can meditate, use some singing bowls, do Reiki. Any of those things. I just feel like you need to move some energy around. Even if you just want to get up and jump up and down if you can. But I feel like you need to physically move. You're very welcome. What do we Not So Bowie Oracle for the collective. We can do that. We can do that. All right, let's see. Give it a good twirl here. Awesome. I love that. All right, what are we getting? We got that guy. We decided penguin. I remembered. So, for the collective, I feel like that you need to really pay attention to what's going on around you because some things aren't what they seem. And really don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to push through and not just take it for what, you know, what somebody's presenting it as, whether it's a situation, a story, any of those things. I think you need to just really ask questions because it's not what it seems. And that's what I have at the collective. And Penguin, who's really badly painted, by the way. He's really badly painted. Actually, he's not as bad painted as there was one. I have two cat women in here. And the one cat woman, oh my goodness, somebody must totally just drunk painting her face. I can't find it now. So she doesn't want to be seen. All right, fine. But it's like so bad. Like her eyeballs are like all crazy. It's just like, I could have just used one Bowie figure. Would have been nice. Just one. Yeah, I think so too. I think it was a good, a good pull, because I think it's definitely like ask questions and be proactive, right? And don't just believe everything you hear right away. Don't be afraid to ask questions, because that's something that I think was a thing way back, not even way back, but now not anymore. Did I hear? No, I wish. I want a kitten. No, don't say that, Jamie. I wish I had a kitten. Maybe it was just me secretly meowing for fun. It could happen. All right. So we went through our zodiac. We got our not so Bowie divination for the collective here. And tomorrow I'm having a chat with Maggie Wilson and her metaphysical cannabis oracle. So we're going to be talking about all those things. And I was talking about in the beginning about Snoop Dogg, because, I don't know, cannabis, Snoop Dogg kind of goes together. And I was saying, and I feel like I need to repeat this, that somebody, he hires somebody. Like, this person has a job. I think they make like $100,000 a year. Oh, you're getting kittens. Stop it, Jamie. I'm so jealous. I want a Devon Rex. That's really what I want. But everybody is very allergic to cats here, so I'm trying to work my way around it, but they're supposed to be hypoallergenic. That's my angle. That's what I'm going with. So he actually is somebody who like rolls his joints for him, basically. That's his job. Like, this person makes like $100,000 a year doing that and traveling around with him to make sure Snoop has one at the ready all the time. I don't know. I got the wrong job in my life, I guess. So come join us tomorrow while I talk to Maggie. And I hope you guys have a wonderful full moon. Release the things. And I will see you next week.